What's up, Reefers? Welcome to Alex Pora Corals. This is Alex Wilson, and this is my video log where you can learn from my mistakes. So come check it out. Okay, so here we go. I'm still going on with the toxic dino flatulent nightmare over here, and let's take a shot out of it. I'm running 25% intensity on the blues only on the radions here. And yep, it's definitely way down, but still present, still there, still netting and webbing away there, but definitely down from where it was at. So looking forward to it hopefully disappearing completely and just going with the blues and slowly increasing the intensity of the blues and just going with that, and eventually adding in a little bit of the cool whites. So definitely, but even on the when I had the blue lights at 100%, it seemed like it was continuing, to go on. So we'll just see. However, yeah, definitely when you put the cool whites on, or certainly those warm whites, these dino flagellates, they just absolutely go berserk on. It's just pretty obvious that it definitely really takes off under that warmer white Kelvin temperatures. So here's a shot. Some of these guys here got really affected again by that. It seems like when you just get so much of the dinos in the water like that all around them that it really affects the corals. It really start to close up. The heliofungia right here is closed up, as well as the acanthophilia. It's been that way for a couple of days, so looking forward for it to start to die down and things start to bounce back where they were at. I moved the right yellow thing. What's going on, dude? He's continuing to eat the dino flagellates. That right, he just eats the brownie slime, the freshly growing nice brown stuff. He prefers to eat over the more stuff that's kind of died off. And so I moved the fuzzy mushrooms back up here from they were down in the coral scrubber. Lost one clam, the small maxima that I told you about, but I still have the blue maxima here, as well as the squamosum, the bigger golden maxima right there. So hopefully they're going to be okay on the 25% intensity for a while. I think they will. Probably not long term, but they should be able to do, a week or a month. It should be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that, and hopefully certainly won't lose another clam. But these Conioastras seem to be doing okay. They don't seem to be affected too bad. Duncan's out. Right, yellow time we got the Duncan. It's out. As well, got the Mandarin right there. And so yeah, I took the live rock out of here, tried to look for copepods, couldn't find any copepods underneath them. Yeah, so definitely wise to keep an eye on the copepod population, and just not take it for granted that they're there. So certainly have the mandarins, and they are eating away at the copepods, but there's areas where there's the overflow. And there's, of course, the whole refugium. Right, yellow things. Let's check out the refugium. See what's going on. Here's a shot of my coral refugium, and with the fresh crushed coral in here. So yeah, it's definitely starting to get the uglies down here too, as well as far as the ugly brown or algae down here. Got green on the walls and sides. Got stomatella snails down here, and I haven't seen any copepods either down here. So I don't know. I mean, maybe that ultrasonic insect repeller killed them, or maybe something else caused them to die out. I'm not sure. Could have been something added to the aquarium. Anything's possible. So there's that one. Let's check out the Australian live rock. And this one here, I did a few water changes on it, and it's going to be, because it went 2.5 months, but then I recontaminated it with with you know, water that could be contaminated with velvet, so I had to reset it for another 2.5 months. So by the time I get it in the aquarium, it's going to be a full 5 months since I got it. But I haven't had added anything in here. I just did a few water changes. I have 4 snails in here. I forget what they're called. I think they're Astrea snails. And also there was a kind of a bloom of, if anything, was the hair algae, but it was in these bigger colonies. I thought, well, I'll pull some of it out. I pulled some of it out, but yes, what little was there died out almost from, you know, now. So it's the only thing that's really strong in here is the red slime right here. But it's funny that it seems to prefer the area that's underneath, as well as in the areas where there's a little bit of detritus there on the bottom. So I don't know if they're actually feeding on the detritus, some organics in the detritus there, or whether they just prefer that texture, or maybe a little bit of both. Of course, the cyanobacteria is a nitrifying bacteria, and that means they can actually grab the nitrogen from in the gaseous state, you know, as nitrogen from the water. So they're taking like nitrogen gas, like basically from the water, and then it, you know, gets from the atmosphere essentially nitrogen gas. So they're fixing their own nitrogen. That's what the cyanobacteria does, as well as being photosynthetic. So what do we have here is, there it is. That's, I could add some nori in here. Might have to add a few pieces for the snails, or just to add a little bit of nutrients back in here possibly. And you know, coralline algae is growing in here. Here's some, but very, very slowly. Nothing like the other my other aquariums that display on the 20-gallon quarantine. But it is in there, and it is growing slowly. And certainly have some over there on the pump and on the acrylic right there. So yeah, that's a quick shot of that. And let's come over here and check out the coral quarantine. Right, little thing. All right, okay, eat. Okay, let's eat some donut flagellants. Nah. All right, he's cruising that way. Let's come over here and check out the coral quarantine. And this one over here, I've got this. This is an innovative marine pump, and right here I've got it going on one of its wave modes right there. That's like probably half. Well, it has like a number 3 up to number 9 level, so that's like number, I think, 4. And it has some different modes. So anyway, that one's pretty good, except the fact that it's the way it gets so much of a wave up top. You know, I had to lower the water level a little bit because it was getting into my fan over here, so it kind of almost want to splash out, but it was a little too high for the fan right there, getting a little bit of salt creep in it. So, but it's definitely a nice agitating type of flow, and you can really see it good on my fuzzy mushrooms over there in the back, and they really like they're dancing. They're dancing in the water right there, really, as well as the toadstool. So let's check them out over here. Really, certainly like this flow mode on the pump. So everything else, shot of the mushrooms over here. Fuzzy mushrooms certainly are a little bit closed up right now, but there they are agitating in the current. And let's check out copepods in here, still doing good, although I feel like the population might have gone down a little bit, but they're definitely all over the rocks still. So just going about in there. Here's a shot of the Project X Stylophora. And so the same thing here, 50% intensity, all blues. I've just got the white lights on you guys to shoot this, give you a quick shot of it so I could film it here, guys. And
Christmas tree worm rock's doing okay, and the Parites. Dragon Soul kind of fell over into my other Diphastria there, so I had to push them over a little bit. Just barely fits right there. And what else? Got the Orange Digitata there in the corner. So still got let's get some shots of this Dinoflagellate. There it is. Toxic Dinoflagellate Nightmare, guys. Still there. But it's not quite, it doesn't seem as quite a problematic in here. And I feel like it's going to be going down as I just turn the blues on, turn it down. But still there. I got to get in there and stir it out. Stir it out. But I can kind of tell that some of them were kind of used to it in a way, or they don't seem to be affected by it as much. I could just brush it off, and it's not like, doesn't seem like it's actually killing them. So yeah, I just try this side. Birch nest right here is, unfortunately, gets a lot tangled up in it because it kind of has kind of a bush type of branches. It really gets tangled up in there. So, and shot of these guys are doing okay. Raza Chalice still doing pretty good. Doesn't seem to be affected. It just seems a little bit of Dinoflagellates right there, but there's not so much in this corner anyway, so it's kind of lucky. But certainly the branching Samo Coral gets a lot of it, more of it, and the other Samo Corals as well gets a lot tangled up over here on this side. But alright guys, so I guess that's it, just a quick update, but check back on the next one to see what's going on and to see, what's doing better, what just didn't make it, and if this toxic Dinoflagellate Nightmare is ever gonna end. Alright guys, happy reefing, bye.